First official debut in the series after the NEL in chapter 307 of the manga. It's gotten a lot of fans, and me as well, really hyped up for what he has to offer. We're obviously talking about none other than Bunny Iglesias, another new Gen 11 player who plays for Barca alongside Lavinio. But without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. As we already mentioned earlier, Bunny Iglesias is a new Gen 11 player, the fourth I believe in the series that we've seen so far, and he's a forward who plays for Barca as I mentioned earlier. He's left-handed and left-footed and standing at a crazy height of 191 centimeters tall. He made his debut for Barca halfway through the season and immediately became a starter, having already scored 11 goals so far and plays as a second striker to Lavinio. He's also 19 years old, so I believe he's the same age with Kaiser and maybe a year older than Nagi. Those are essentially all the raw information, bare-bone facts that we know about him. Using that, we can obviously understand a few couple of things. For starters, he's good enough to play for the first team and has the stats to back that up. And secondly, the fact that Lavinio did come to the NEL as a master and Bunny didn't, but made his first team debut midway through the season, tells us that while Lavi was away, he was more or less the star man for Barca, at least for that period of time. So he's really good. But these are all stuff that we kind of just deduced just from the little info we have on his character. When talking about his personality though, it's a very interesting aspect of his character. Despite the short interaction he had with Isagi, he kind of seems like someone who has nothing to live for, if that makes any sense. Not sure if I phrased that right, but nonetheless, when Isagi spoke to him about how much he loves football, Bunny simply replied that he envies how much Isagi can talk about something he likes so much with so much excitement. And Isagi is there he probably enjoys something as well. To which Bunny says maybe in the past, but he's not so sure anymore. And just from this little interaction, I have two things on my mind right now. First off, Bunny probably doesn't enjoy football as much as he did before, or he rather doesn't enjoy football anymore. And secondly, if that is the case, we might see him unlock his ego or love for football again in the U20 World Cup, most likely in the match against Japan. Why do I believe this? Well, I don't really know. I am jumping to conclusions here, but these are just me fan theorizing stuff, okay? These aren't concrete predictions. I'm just assuming things based on the information we have right now. But nonetheless, well, that's kind of more or less a short rundown on Bunny's personality. But what does that have to do with his offer as a footballer? When it comes to determining Bunny's footballing ability, again, like many other things about his character, there isn't much to work off so far. These are either assumptions based off his only feat in the series so far, that's his goal in the Spanish Cup final against Chicored, or their real world equivalent Atletico Madrid. The main highlight of that goal was how high he jumped. Not to mention the goal itself was a volley from either the edge of the box or inside the box. With that being said, we can deduce one of his abilities is jumping power. He probably has more, but that's all we got so far, and he seems to have really good finishing. This might not seem like much, but don't forget he is a new Gen 11 player, and all the new Gen 11 players are monsters, so I don't see him being any different considering the fact he's also a starter. I'm still sure Itoshi is still playing at the youth level. He might have done one or two cameos for L'Oreal in the first team, but and I think Don Lorenzo as well. But nonetheless, we continue. Now, addressing the obvious elephant in the room, what is his relationship with Itoshi? As we did see make his little cameo at the end of chapter 307, and not with his normal calm, cool demeanor, but one that seems to spew nothing but absolute rage. Well, as many, and I mean many people within the community have come to agree upon one theory, that being Bunny is the reason why Sei changed. Specifically, why he changed his dream from being the best striker in the world to being the best midfielder in the world. And I really couldn't agree more, because everything seems to line up, not to mention thanks to statements Stay himself makes when he first returns to Japan and the one he made in the recent chapter 308. His agreement with the Raccoon Man that he's only going to play in the U20 World Cup if it's against Spain and like in the knockouts. And I guess who else plays for Spain in the U20 World Cup? And concerning the statement he made when he first returns to Japan, that he decided to become the best midfielder in the world because as he went out to La Real, he saw players that were leagues ahead of him. Now, this statement could be referring to someone like, I don't know, but I don't think that would apply here, as Luna is a player in like his 30s, not to mention he plays for the first team while Sei plays for like the U team. So like they probably don't have that many interactions to begin with. But guess who plays for the U team before the start of the season? Obviously, this goes way back, so there's no need to refer back to this. Nonetheless, it seems he and Sei have like a lot of history together, which I can't wait to talk about when the U20 World Cup starts. Hopefully, they will give us more concerning that during the U20 World Cup. Maybe they won't, who knows? I'm begging that they do. But with that being said, that's all we have on Bunny Iglesias. And I know this is a lackluster character analysis, but it's because there isn't much to talk about the character right now. There are some things I believe that I glossed over. For example, his scars. You all should know how rare it is to find someone with scars like that, who is also a professional football player. So I'm expecting him to have a very, very intriguing backstory, at least concerning that. Nonetheless, this video I thought could be a really fun one, so I decided to make it. If you did enjoy and made it far into this video, first off, I'd like to say thank you, and I hope you all achieve your dreams and have a lovely day. And secondly, leave Bunny in the comments so I know you made it this far. Be sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe for more banger blue lock anime and manga content like this. And if you want to continue your binge, you can check out the video I made breaking down just how scary Yoichi saga is. With that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe, stay blessed, and peace.